Good morning, classmate. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Tanisha Hicks. Good morning. Hope y'all had a restful evening. You got all the rest that you needed. And are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. Good morning. Waiting for the people to get in the room. Good morning, Miss Patrice. Good morning, Maya. Good morning, Miss Brenda. Good morning, Chris Evans. Good morning, Miss Ethel. Good morning, Miss Deborah. Morning, Mother Esther Wright. Good morning, Miss Cheryl. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, my main man, Eugene. Good morning. Good morning, Elder Marilyn. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I just want to tell you about a few announcements. This Saturday, we have the Father and Son Ministry coming up. It's going to be presented by the Shannons, my guys, my brothers. This class is going to explore the unique journey of serving Christ together as a father and son duo. The class is going to reflect on faith, individual callings, how God weaves the personal paths into a united mission. And me and my son will be in the building for this class. So if you are a father and your son is attending church with you, or even if your son is in another ministry, I believe it's going to be a good, impactful class for those father and son duos that are serving God. So get there this Saturday. Well, the time is, I want to say 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is the time, and those brothers are going to move us forward. All right. Also, next Sunday is Suit 'em Up Sunday, June 15th. Celebrating the fathers. Bishop has said, for those that don't want to wear a suit, you ain't got to wear a suit. But it is Suiting Up Sunday, y'all. So if you want to wear a suit on Father's Day, you can. Another thing, while I'm on Father's Day, it's Father's Day now. You know, we go all out for the mothers. We go all out for y'all. We get the flowers, you know, the gifts, all that good stuff. You know, I'm saying this on behalf of the brothers. Y'all take care of us this year. All right? Y'all take care of us now. We take care of y'all. Y'all take care of us. As always, on the 14th, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Great New Birth will be opening up in Green Bay, Wisconsin at 10 a.m. If you haven't signed up, I believe there's still time for you to sign up. But I will call the church just to make sure if there's still room on that bus for you to get there. Again, that's Saturday at 10 a.m. We'll be in Green Bay, Wisconsin, celebrating the opening of Great New Birth in Green Bay. Now let's get to these zingers. My first one. Which minor prophet is well known thanks to cookies? Which minor prophet is well known thanks to cookies? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bishop Pigney. Good morning. Which minor prophet is well known thanks to cookies? Famous Amos. Yeah. Famous Amos. When someone needed a boat made, what did the people in town say? We know a guy. You get it? We know a guy. I know that one went over y'all head. I know. What size was the lumber that was made to build the ark? What size was the lumber that was made to build the ark? 2 by 2. 2 by 2. All right, let's get back into the lesson. Brokenness is God's requirement for maximum usefulness. And we stopped at responding to brokenness. Maybe you are facing a time of brokenness and it feels as though the emotional pain is more than you can bear. Or perhaps you are dealing with a series of disappointments that have completely undermined your sense of security. The way you react to the crucibles, these dark nights of the soul, will have a seismic impact on your relationship with God and your outlook on life. Instead of giving into certain natural instincts and becoming fearful or bitter, ask the Lord to reveal what He is teaching you. The way you respond to brokenness has an impact on your relationship with God. The Apostle Paul faced such a time of suffering and pleaded with the Lord 3 times that it might depart from him. 2 Corinthians 12:8. It reads, "For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me." 3 times this faithful servant asked God to remove a source of suffering. And 3 times God said no. Yet while God did not remove Paul's thorn, He did help Paul to understand it was given to him to keep him from exalting himself, from relying on anything other than Christ. 2 Corinthians 7:11, "Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in thy flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, to try me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And He said unto me, my grace is sufficient." God's grace is sufficient. So no matter what you are going through, no matter what thorn is in your side, God's grace is sufficient. "For my strength is made perfect in weakness." Brokenness is God's requirement for maximum usefulness. "My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, than the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress for Christ's sake." Not outside the will of Christ, but for Christ's sake. "For when I'm weak, then am I strong. I am become a fool in glorying, yet have compelled me. For I ought to have been commended of you. For in nothing am I beyond the very chiefest apostle, though I be nothing." Without God, clearly, we're nothing without Him. The Lord has also taught Paul that His grace will always be sufficient for all his weaknesses. The same is true for you and me. Whenever you experience brokenness, God's grace can sustain you. He will show you how to relinquish your reliance on earthly forms of security and teach you how to rest in His wonderful provision and love. In this way, you will grow in the likeness of Christ and be prepared for future service. Embracing God's plan. God was stripping away self-reliance from Peter's life so that the disciple would operate in the Lord's strength rather than his own. It was a difficult lesson to learn, but it was one God needed to take Peter through to equip him to lead the early church. Perhaps Peter had this in mind when he later wrote, "Do not think it strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. But rejoice to the extent that you partake of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory is revealed, you also may be glad with exceeding joy." 1 Peter 14:12 and 13. God will strip away your self-reliance so you can operate in his strength. Now, so far throughout this, it's repetitive that God is taking away so that he can add something to you, add something to us, because so many things are in our hands and that we just won't let go of. We keep touching it. We keep doing this. We keep doing that. But God says, I have to strip that away. I got to strip that away. I got to take that away so I can make you stronger and where I need you to go. It's a tall order, to be sure. When everything goes wrong and the unthinkable happens, your first instinct is likely to ask, why me? That is our true first instinct as human beings, as flesh. Why me? Why? It is as though you feel you are being picked on and singled out for abuse. Your second instinct is likely to try to rid or distance yourself from the situation as quickly as possible. I don't know about some of you, but I know in maybe disagreements and arguments, maybe with a friend or brother or sister, you may want to distance yourself because it's like, I don't have to take this. I ain't got to take this. And that's what some of us do to God when he's correcting and moving some things in our lives. We tend to try to drift away. A better approach is to look for God's hand in it. He is using your brokenness to give you a new perspective of his mercy and provision. Help you develop a more realistic comprehension of yourself and give you compassion and understanding for the suffering of others when they also go through trials. It's a song that says, it's only a test you're going through. It's going to be over real soon. And if you listen to the lyrics and the words, that's pretty much what's happening. Like, this is a test that you're going through. It's a trial. It's going to be over real soon. Keep the faith, don't give up, because it's only a test. And those tests produce testimonies. And that's what God is doing in your trial, in your test. He's giving you your testimony and your brokenness. Because it's just required for maximum usefulness. Are you facing a season of trials and brokenness? Then embrace the promise of, Jeremiah 15 and 19. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, if thou return, then will I bring thee again, and thou shalt stand before me. And if thou take forth the precious from the vial, thou shalt be as my mouth. Let them return unto thee, but return not thou unto them. He will reveal himself and work through you in wonderful ways. The Lord has one goal in mind. For your brokenness, spiritual victory. That's it. So be confident that Jesus can take your weakness and turn it into strength, hope, and honor. That is my time for today. It's not goodbye, but it is I'll see you later.